Dear friends, Giorgio Bianchi speaking. I'm here to present you the studies for the new studies I've written for recorded flute and Nuvo. The Recorder Plus flute is a flute by Nuvo which has keys by gum keys, and Nuvo is a bit like a small clarinet, a portable clarinet. In these studies, I've written in a style very free, very contemporary, letting to the player, letting to the person who study the freedom to recreate the opera, the works. Our little study is very, very tiny, uh, very beautiful for me. I present you all the exercises, all these studies, to see what are the peculiarities, the particular things about. This is the take 4 breath to teach you when you have to breath with the flute, with the instrument. When there are not the indication for breathing, is known that you have to take your breath and to shorten the duration. Shorten the duration of a note, for example, and breath, then restart with the new note. The second exercise is about senza misura. The senza misura is a type of writing, a mode of writing where the rhythms and the durations are let to the interpretation of the player. This is very interesting because it comes from the Gregorian chant as a technique, and let you freedom to interpret the durations which are approximated. And there are also punto coronato, which are fermatas. These fermatas that told you that you have to stop after a beat of the note, then breath, for example, and restart with the other material. I've written also the names of the notes and also the note names of the tones with alteration. For example, the sharps and the flats. For example, T for B and T for B flat, E for Mi, and for E flat I've written Me. This is an exercise, the exercise 3 for always for the breathing and the pauses, solfeging the pauses. This is an exercise in 2/4. This other is always without measure, senza misura, with the there is an acciaccatura, la re, la re, la re, this. And there are diatonical studies. These are diatonical studies from the 6, the 7, and the 8. You have all this type of notation. These, for example, these octaves are approximated, and then you have to interpret how you want. Okay. And I will provide also a recording on the website of all the studies made with an instrument of my choose, but you can also interpret all these studies with the instrument that you want, because are in treble clef and are very practical to interpret how you want. This is a acciaccatura. For example, this one is mi, la, sol, fa, re, mi, la, sol, re, and many others. Sorry, is a acciaccatura is a note took for a moment and then changed by passing. There are chromatic studies, chromatic etudes, very, very, very beautiful for me. This is also free for rhythm and duration, as you see. The sequence of the notes is the idea, and the sequence, the order of the notes make the melody. But you can enlarge, stretch how you want, and this is very important. This is also a bit, a little manual of composition about this kind of notation. For example, the 13 exercise have the notes fi, fa, fi, fa, fi, la, fa, fi, la, re, la, fi. I think like this. Now I'm solfeggiing at the moment. And very interesting exercises. These are the boxes of materials, very, very, very important. These boxes have materials inside that you can use for improvise. I say you that you can also use other notes. For example, if you are practiced about improvisation, but here I advise you these structures to use, to repeat them, to variate, to make variation, for example, about these boxes. And these are materials that you can exchange between them and present to make your performance. The piece is about you, clearly. And very, very, the colors are written, but the colors are written, but the interpretation, the breadth of the piece, the breadth of the interpretation is up to you, and it goes at your speed. I advise you to interpret all the studies at low speed of time, very, very calmly, at your disposal, at your speed. This is another one with also an acciaccatura at the end. Fi, la. And then the pause. And then you can very, very, really change all the materials. You can really change all the studies, make yours, rewrite, make all you want. You have not to be stricted to stay in a position that you have to do something that you don't want, something that you don't need, because the one many times the things that you need is the thing that you like many times. I hope this will be useful. These studies will be useful for you. This is another page, 19, since exercise 19, then there is the 20 and 21. There are a total of 21 studies. Here you have the improvise freely with these pitches. You have, I give you some pitches for moment, each moment, and you can use these pitches with your rhythms, your durations, your pauses, and always take your breaths, take your time to think about. You can use all your techniques you need, you want, and use the pitches available in the boxes for create different sequences, moments, one for each box. And there is an order. You can also play 1 2 3, then 1 2, and then end the piece, for example, or you can exchange, for example, moment 1, moment 3, then moment 2 are self-contained moments where the harmony and the melody are a wall. No? You have an harmony made of the three notes me, re, te. So E flat, D, and B flat, for example. This is a moment where these pitches have their zone, their territory in the piece. Then the final at the three moments using chromatic materials. So I hope you have enjoyed this presentation, this tutorial, and I let you to study how you want, and I repeat that is all free to record, to perform publicly, to make all you want with these studies. Uh, is about freedom. Music is about freedom, is about to study every day when you can, clearly, and living every day with the joy of music, with the joy of art. Thank you very much from Giorgio Bianchi. Salute from Giorgio Bianchi.